Hi guys, here we've got a watch I purchased from eBay. Wasn't really planning on buying this. A bit of a basically impromptu purchase. It came up because I bought an Omega pocket watch recently. eBay started showing me other watches, and this watch came up, and I think I gave him an offer, and it finished. Then he got back to me and said, "Yeah, I'll take your offer." So the offer of £12 was accepted, and I'm now the owner of this very old, I think Victorian watch. So this is before I cleaned it up. This is exactly how it came. Pretty tarnished, dirty. So I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up. Not go crazy, just try to brighten it up a bit better. See how we get on. It's not working at the moment. I'll see if I can revive it. I can't fix watches, but I can just, do some basic stuff, see if we can get it going. Here it is after a bit of a clean up. I partially got it working. I bought these keys because it didn't have a key. So a set of these keys off eBay were about £4, which is an amazing deal. And obviously all different sizes. And she's finding one which fits. But it's overwound. The watch is overwound, so I couldn't do much with it. And also, I don't know how to release the overwind. You'd have to completely dismantle the watch. As you can see, it has back plates which are covering most of the movement, apart from the balance wheel. But now, well, when it wants to, it will tick. Yeah. It will run for a few seconds and then it stops. So I think it just needs a decent service. And this watch is apparently from the late 1800s. So it's over 100 years old. It's silver plated. The dials come up quite nicely. It's obviously missing a chunk of the dial. The glass was very, very scratched and pitted. I spent quite a bit of time polishing it up, even using some wet and dry, but I still haven't got underneath the scratches because I basically only had a tiny couple of bits of wet and dry left. I need to get some more stuff. Perhaps get like a 600 grit, get underneath it, then 800, 1200, then polish it up. But you can see there's quite a few, more than a few. But it's actually, believe it or not, it's better than it was. It was very opaque, couldn't see through it at all. It now shuts properly. It wasn't really shutting before. And I've polished up the silver plate a bit. Sometimes it just works with a shake. So this cost me £12, which I don't think's a bad price to pay for something that's about 100 years old or so. Even in this quite battered up state, but it does show its age. It's quite a chunky watch, and apparently this is a French watch. I wasn't going to get any more pocket watches, but because I bought the Omega one, pocket watches start coming up on your eBay searches, with the algorithm pointing you in the direction of more pocket watches. This one is an Achille, as in Achilles heel, but it's just called Achille. Sorry, not Achille, it must be Achille. Achille, sorry. And the number 9, I think, is the parts of silver plating that's on it. And with this door closed, or part of the case closed, you can still wind it with the hole. So it's very well put together watch with the main movement, which is hidden by these plates. Beautiful inscriptions and inscribed balance plates. And it does tick along, but it's overwound. It obviously needs stripping, proper service, and I'm sure it would probably work without too many problems. So I think now I've kind of cleaned it up slightly. I'll keep it a little while, then I'll probably chuck it back on eBay for someone who has got the skills to properly service it. I don't know if these have got any real value. It's just interesting. For a few pounds you can get yourself into a century plus old pocket watch. So I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's quite heavy. Got the ring there that would have had the chain, so you could hang it from your pocket. I mean, the dial, I don't know what it's made out of, but it's really nice quality. I'm guessing it's been dropped at some stage and that bit has broken off. It's like a kind of ceramic-y type plate that, you know, you can wipe clean. It's pretty hardy. And that is attached, as you can see, the bit that's broken off, to some kind of copper background, or the plate behind it is copper. Yeah, piece of history, these old pocket watches. They are interesting. It's definitely got a bit of a look to it. Oop. And it wasn't working at all, but I put a bit of lighter fuel on the jewel and it seems to have freed it up enough to tick a little bit. Only a little bit. It won't run for long. So I don't know if the mainspring has lost its power. I'm no expert, I don't know, but I'm sure someone could get that going again properly without too much hassle. And these are easier to work on than smaller watches, so it's great for people who are actually into repairing them. Probably a good watch to practice on that's a bit bigger and easier to get to the parts. There you go. Thanks a lot, guys.